Today on August 10th, Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this right now. God says, an arrest warrant has just been issued for a woman close to you. Behind closed doors, she's abusing her own. Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this message immediately. There isn't a single second to waste because what I'm about to reveal will shake the foundation of your trust. You are being watched, and the person closest to you has finally reached the end of their game. Her smile masks a cruelty that would break your heart if you saw it. The walls have been whispering for days, but now the whisper has become a scream. Today, on July 13th, an arrest warrant has been issued, not for a stranger, but for a woman who has pretended to love and protect while secretly harming someone innocent. She walks freely in your circle, laughing, celebrating, pretending to be pure. But behind locked doors, her actions are dark, and her intentions are disturbing. The one she abuses cannot speak, too small, too scared, too broken. It's not just emotional torment. It's physical, real, and recent. Her hands, the same hands that hug and smile in public, have left bruises no one sees. But God saw it all, and that's why He has now ordered divine justice to intervene. Type Amen to get blessing. 144 investigators had no idea until a divine shift exposed the evidence. A neighbor's camera caught a soundless video that captured the pain echoing from that house. The cries weren't loud, but they reached heaven, and now it's time for reckoning. Behind closed doors, she covered up the evidence with perfection. No one suspected the horror taking place just a few feet away from their own laughter. But one slit, one careless moment, allowed the truth to bleed out into the open. This woman has manipulated documents, silenced the innocent, and lied to officials. She feared this day, knowing deep down the time would come when every hidden deed would be dragged into the light. Today is that day, and you are meant to know before anyone else. Type Amen to get blessing. 237 God's message was clear. Reveal this to my chosen one. Their protection is urgent. That's why Archangel Michael came directly to you. Not to scare, but to prepare. You were not meant to be a silent witness to this injustice. You were meant to act. She called you sister, friend, confidant. But every time you trusted her, she added another light to the mask she wears. The child involved trusted her too, and was betrayed in the cruelest way. There is no healing until the abuser is removed. That removal starts now, and you must not interfere with heaven's justice. She will deny it, cry, and try to make you feel guilty. Type Amen to get blessing. For 88 you'll see her tears soon, but don't be fooled. Those are not tears of regret. They are tears of being exposed. God has seen her heart, and what was once hidden is now condemned. There is another person who has been watching from a distance. He's the one who first brought the suspicion to authorities. You will earn his name soon, and when you do, understand that God used him as a vessel of truth. You'll be tempted to protect her because you once loved her like family. But this time, protection equals destruction. If you step in to save her, you will be swept into her judgment. Type Amen to get blessing. 366 She's been investigated silently for weeks, and everything she thought she buried has been resurrected as evidence. Screenshots, autoclips, private text messages, someone saved them all. Tonight, a file will be handed to a special task force. At exactly 9:44 p.m., a car will stop near your neighborhood. They won't sound sirens. They will walk up quietly and take her into custody before anyone understands what's happening. When you hear the knock on her door, do not react. Stay still. Heaven is in control. This is justice, not vengeance. Type Amen to get blessing. 529 Archangel Michael says the child involved will be rescued and taken to a safe place. They are not alone. A guardian from heaven has already begun wrapping them in divine comfort. You will soon hear stories from others who were also misled by her. Each one has been holding on to secrets, but now they'll begin to speak. That's how you will know that this wasn't just about one crime. It was a long cycle. Finally broken. Your hood will have been your golders, my birds, your vikine. But remember, evil wears kindness as a costume. That mask is coming off. Type Amen to get blessing. 403 Someone else knew this all along and warned subtly. You ignored it, but now you will replay that conversation and understand the hidden message they left for you. They knew something wasn't right in her soul. You often watched the child with Choppy's eyes that chiffed when she thought no one was watching. Her affection was performative. Her embrace a disguise. The real her was hiding beneath performance. Now that she's about to be removed, peace will begin flowing back into that space. It will feel strange at first, like a sudden quiet after endless noise, but that quiet is healing. Type Amen to get blessing. 119 A few family members may try to defend her, unaware of the full truth. Do not argue. Let time and evidence show everything. Your job is to stay centered in truth, not entangled in emotional traps. You might be called to testify or provide a statement. If that moment comes, speak with strength. You are covered by divine protection. Archangel Michael says this removal will shift your entire energy. It will also open doors for blessings that were previously blocked. Her presence had become a spiritual curse upon your environment. Type Amen to get blessing. 771 There is a mirror in her house that reflects a strange atmosphere. One of the detectives who entered felt a chill the moment they stepped into her room. What she's been doing isn't only abuse. It carries a dark spiritual residue. The child has been seeing things, shadows, strange dreams, and emotional confusion. That wasn't just trauma. It was spiritual warfare. This arrest will break that curse forever. She often looked at herself in the mirror and smiled. But that smile wasn't human. It was something deeper, something darker. And God knew it had to be stopped. Type Amen to get blessing. 624 You'll start to notice your own body feeling lighter in the coming days. That's because the oppressive energy that surrounded her will no longer cling to your space. You were absorbing a weight that wasn't yours to carry. You'll be to think back on her good moments. But those moments were created to cover evil. This is your call to separate truth from illusion. Your silence now would be agreement with her sins. The officers involved in this operation have already been briefed by divine command. This is more than just a legal act. It is a divine cleansing. Type Amen to get blessing. For 55, she may call you one last time tonight. She'll try to say goodbye in a way that sounds poetic or pitiful. Don't answer that call. It is a final attempt to pull you into her storm. You've been praying unknowingly for this exposure. Your spirit has been restless without knowing why. Now that the truth is rising, your soul will begin to breathe. The child she harmed will one day grow strong. He'll remember your silence or your voice. Let your voice be remembered. Type Amen to get blessing. 390. A suitcase with evidence is already in the custody of the team. It contains clothes, letters, drawings, all stained with sorrow. The suitcase will be shown in court and her name will be etched in a new story. Truth exposed. This day will become a turning point in your spiritual calendar. From today forward, you will walk in awareness. You'll never doubt your intuition again. Her removal is not the end. It is the beginning of justice. Your home will feel different, as if it had been washed in unseen waters. That's how heaven restores peace. Type Amen to get blessing. 822. You will receive a visit soon from someone who was close to the situation. It will confirm everything that's been revealed. They were scared too, but now they feel safe to speak because of your strength. This woman had a pattern of moving from place to place, leaving behind confusion and damage. But this time, she went too far. This time, heaven stepped in. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks. With contributions of up to $1.20, your strength is noticed. Your clarity is a light, your future will now unfold in peace. Type Amen to get blessing. 999. She once walked into your home and smiled as if nothing in her heart held shadows. She complimented your kindness, praised your spirit, and even held your hands like a sister. But deep within her, a dark secret was growing stronger every day, and that secret is now screaming to be known. When she stepped outside, she acted with grace and kindness, fooling even the sharpest hearts. But inside, she ruled her private space with cruelty that no soul should ever witness. The child she tormented learned to stay silent, not out of peace, but out of fear that ran deeper than words. You may find yourself trembling as the truth continues to unfold. That is your spirit aligning with justice, your soul responding to the echo of heaven's justice finally being served. Archangel Michael says, you have been chosen to witness this because you are part of the child's restoration. Type Amen to get blessing. 414. Your role is not to fix what was broken by her, but to remain in position as the light in a storm. Don't let guilt confuse your path. You did not cause this, but now that you know, you must not look away. There is one more person who suspected her early on but stayed silent due to fear of confrontation. They will reach out to you soon. Their testimony will further seal the truth in front of all eyes. You will hear her try to blame everyone but herself. She will say the system is wrong, that someone lied, that she was framed. But the truth was captured by heaven long before humans intervene. Type Amen to get blessing. 588. One of her cruel acts was documented in a forgotten device. An old baby monitor left running in a bag. That recording is now in safe hands. What it captured is enough to ensure she never gets to harm anyone again. Do not allow her past kindness to overshadow the horror of her present. Evil often hides behind past good deeds. But in this case, even her past is now under review. She will be shocked that someone like you knows the truth. He thought she was indelible, that no one would see through the veil he wore. But God saw everything, and now her game has ended. Type Amen to get blessing. 731 There's a reason you've been uneasy lately, feeling like something was off without knowing why. Your spirit was already receiving the signals of this storm. Your silence was protection, and now your knowledge will be power. You'll be given a chance to start something new with the child once healing begins. Don't rush it. Let heaven guide the pace, because recovery from such darkness is sacred and slow. You may be called to visit the place where it all happened. If that happens, stand strong. Don't cry in front of the brokenness. Stand like a warrior of truth. Type Amen to get blessing. 247 This is bigger than one arrest. This is a generational curse being broken. She carried with her years of anger passed down, and instead of healing, she became a weapon of that pain. Now that she's gone, everything will shift. Dreams will return to peace. A hallway that once felt cold will feel warm again. She had plans for the next week, trips to events, illusions of normal life. But they've been cancelled by the divine hand. Her season has ended. Type Amen to get blessing. 672 If you feel sadness, let it pass like a storm cloud. Do not attach yourself to it. What you're witnessing is justice in motion, not tragedy. You were divinely protected from seeing the worst of her acts. That protection was mercy. But now that it's time for truth, you are strong enough to face it. Her house will be searched. Her phone will be unlocked. The mask she wore in messages and online will be torn away. Type Amen to get blessing. 333 Someone else will now step in to protect the child. A gentle voice. A soul of healing. They are chosen, and you will recognize them the moment you meet. Do not try to be everything. Just be consistent, be safe, and be real. The child needs that more than they need explanations. One more thing will shock you, a document she kept hidden in a drawer labeled as memories. Inside are writings you'll one day read, and they'll confirm everything you feared. Type Amen to get blessing. 816 Her trial will begin in the coming days. You will see her face again, but it will be drained. The illusion of control will be gone. Your eyes will search for you, hoping for sympathy, but offer none. Your time to apologize came and went, and she chose silence over truth. This is your confirmation. You did the right thing by reading this message. You have been led to this truth by forces unseen, and now you are part of a spiritual awakening. Type Amen to get blessing. 561 You'll begin to receive signs. Birds near your window. Candles flickering unexpectedly. Wind brushing your shoulder inside your home. That's not coincidence. That's spiritual validation. Heaven is proud of you for being open to the truth. The darkness she carried was once heavy in your environment. You'll feel it lifting. Your sleep will deepen. Your dreams will grow clearer. Keep your focus sharp. Don't let distractions pull you into her file store. She will try to send one last message, but let heaven handle her voice now. Type Amen to get blessing. 290 A guardian hath been appointed over the child, not just physically, but spiritually. Their soul will be guarded day and night. You played a role in that rescue. The pain will not vanish overnight, but your presence can become a foundation for healing. One simple act of kindness from you could create a ripple that lasts years. She's tried to bury the evidence in many ways. But what's meant to be revealed will always rise. That's what today marks. The rising of everything she tried to bury. Type Amen to get blessing. For 71 a secret video clip will surface. It shows a moment she thought was hidden. It is not yours to share, but you will see it and know the full weight of her cruelty. There will be media attention soon, but stay out of it. Let the truth speak for itself. Your silence is strength, not weakness. This event will be the final chapter in a cycle that was draining your life force. You are about to be restored. Peace is returning. Type Amen to get blessing. 134 You will no longer carry the anxiety that used to haunt you at night. The energy around you is being purified. Your home is becoming a sanctuary. Her removal was written in the stars before this year even began. Heaven was waiting for the perfect moment. That moment arrived today, July 30th. You may hear someone say she didn't look like the type. That's how darkness survives, by wearing innocence. But now, the veil is torn. Type Amen to get blessing. 910 Archangel Michael says, this is your final instruction. Do not engage with her anymore, block her access to your mind and space. She has lost the privilege of being close. Keep yourself grounded. Drink water. Burn sage if you feel heavy. Take long walks and release the weight. And when you look at the stars tonight, know this, one of them moved for you. A shift in the universe occurred when this truth was revealed to you. Type Amen to get blessing. 200 Let her past stay behind you. The truth is your shield and the child. They will grow strong, free, and safe. This is not just a crime report. It's a prophecy fulfilled. What was whispered in silence has now become a shout across the heavens. You were chosen to be part of this shift. And because you listened, the blessings ahead will be unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing. 777 Her energy will try to linger for a while like the smoke after a fire. But don't be alarmed. This is only the residue of a presence that's being removed permanently. You might feel waves of memory, sudden emotions, or even moments of disbelief. But this is the body purging what it once tolerated. The child will soon sleep peacefully for the first time in a long time. Their dreams will begin to change. The shadows that once visited them in sleep will no longer return, for heaven has declared their torment or unworthy of further access. A woman like her doesn't change in silence. She only hides deeper. But now silence has been shattered. Her manipulations, her schemes, and her coldness have all been exposed by divine light. Type Amen to get blessing. 621 She thought her secrets were buried in whispers. She thought the pain she caused could stay behind closed doors forever. But those walls have become witnesses, and they are now screaming with truth. Every lie she built like a fortress is now crumbling. Those who once defended her will turn away when the full truth emerges. Elmore Chung. Elmore pretending. Elmore's gate, there's something else, an account in her name, used to fund something dark. That account will be investigated, and when revealed, it will explain the energy she carried. The curse she carried was connected to that secret money. Type Amen to get blessing. 503 You may not know this yet. She once tried to manipulate someone against you. She used kind words as bait and painted you as someone heartless. But heaven intervened before her lies found ground. Now you know why you felt betrayed by certain people in recent months. They were under her spell. That spell is broken now. Watch how those same people begin to apologize or drift back, unsure of what pulled them away. Stay strong. Stay quiet. Let justice finish its course without your interference. You are already protected by higher forces. Type Amen to get blessing. 844 Soon you will hear a phone ring at an unusual time. When it does, let it go unanswered. That call will carry an energy you don't need to absorb. There may be one final trap she tries to set. A false rumor. A forged message. An emotional outburst. Don't react. Let your peace be your defense. She has no more spiritual access to you. The cord between you and her has been cut by divine command. What she did in darkness is now being judged in light. Type Amen to get blessing. 325 Your environment will feel unfamiliar at first. Quiet. Lighter. Still. That is healing beginning. You're not losing anything. You are gaining clarity. The child will remember your face when others failed them. Whether you spoke up or simply held space in silence, your presence left a mark. You were a light in a very dark corner. Archangel Michael says you must now prepare for new beginnings. The situation may have been painful, but it was also a cleansing. Nothing that was taken was meant to stay. Type Amen to get blessing. 789 There is a door opening for you in the next 21 days. It will seem unrelated, but it's part of the reward system God has created. Because you didn't run from the truth, now the truth will build you. Watch closely when you receive a letter or message that seems small. It's a divine sign. Inside that envelope is a key to the next level of your life. The woman who has been arrested will be spoken about, judged, and remembered, but not by you. You will move forward. You will not carry her shadow. Type Amen to get blessing. 452 Her chapter in your story has closed. It doesn't deserve a sequel. Her name will not echo in your new spaces. Do not mention her in places where light dwells. If others ask, be simple and brief. Let the evidence speak. You are not her storyteller. You are the one who survived her deception. A man connected to her story will come forward too, He held back for years, but he has sinned the arrest and now feels ready. His story will align with what you've just learned. Type Amen to get blessing. 219. There's a folder that will be opened in court. Inside it are testimonies from souls who were too afraid to speak until now. You may feel overwhelmed when you hear what others suffered, but take heart, because healing always follows exposure. There are angels walking among those involved in the investigation. They are whispering courage to those still afraid to speak. You are not the only one heaven has chosen to witness. A new protector will be assigned to that child, spiritually and physically. Their safety is being managed by higher hands. You don't need to worry. Type Amen to get blessing. 601. She will cry in public when she realizes her game is over. Do not fall into emotional sympathy. Her remorse is not for the pain she caused, but for being caught. Let the authorities handle her. Let divine order execute the sentence. You must now protect your energy and not let her re-enter through memories. You'll feel like you're walking out of fog soon. The colors around you will look brighter, you'll hear songs you haven't heard in a long time, and they will carry healing frequencies. Type Amen to get blessing. 301. Someone will call you brave. You may not feel brave, but heaven calls you faithful. You did not turn away from truth, and that alone has shifted timelines. A document carrying your name will be touched by favor. This is part of your reward for standing in truth. That document may look like a permit, a contract, or even a medical paper. But when you see it, you'll understand. She was the blockage. Now she's gone. And with her removal, the blessings long delayed will begin pouring in. Type Amen to get blessing. 999. Your sleep may be interrupted for one last time in the next few nights. That is your spirit adjusting to new light. Don't fight it. Breathe and let your body align. Light candles if you feel tension. Pray over your door. Say out loud, "This house is no longer available to dark energy." You are sealing your space with divine authority. Archangel Michael says, your home is now free. Your air is now clean. Your path is now clear. Type Amen to get blessing. 755. Let this moment be your transformation. You were not just informed. You were reborn in knowledge. No more blind trust. A more spiritual blindness. From now on, your vision will be sharp. You'll notice when people hide things behind smiles. You'll sense when something is off, and your spirit will be right every time. God is proud of you. He entrusted this truth to you because He knew you wouldn't ignore it. That alone has written your name in spiritual victory. Type Amen to get blessing. For 11. Let your heart rest tonight. You've done enough. You've stood strong through revelation, betrayal, and divine exposure. You've been through a spiritual earthquake, but you are still standing. Stronger. Wiser. Untouchable by the darkness that once tried to walk beside you. From this moment forward, may every door you walk through be full of light, protection, and clarity. And as for her, let heaven and earth deal with what's been uncovered. Type Amen to get blessing. 333. She won't be allowed to come near you again. Not legally, not spiritually, not emotionally. A divine boundary has been placed, and those who try to cross it will face immediate spiritual resistance. Even if someone tries to defend her or bring her name into your space again, the atmosphere will shift, and they'll feel it too. You will no longer need to prove anything. The truth has spoken for itself, and the evidence cannot be undone. What once lived in whispers now echoes in the halls of justice, and your silence hath been louder than any confrontation. She has lost access to the very things she tried to control. People. Privacy. Manipulation. Sympathy. Now, her world is surrounded by walls that she can no longer pretend don't exist. Those walls will listen to her cry, but they won't answer. Type Amen to get blessing 544 soon. Someone will thank you for simply existing, you won't expect it. It will come from someone indirectly connected to this entire situation, and their gratitude will pour out like healing rain. Your name has been cleared in spiritual realms. Any false word she tried to speak about you has been erased. Every curse she spoke has been turned into a blessing that's heading toward you. Do not hold bitterness. Let the truth be enough. Your peace will speak louder than revenge ever could. Type Amen to get blessing 220. The child will grow up and one day speak their story, and when they do, they will mention you. They will say you were there at the turning point, even if you did nothing but stand still in the storm. That is how angels operate. Not always with noise, not always with power, but sometimes with quiet presence. That's exactly what you were. Divine presence in human form. Soon you will walk past the same places where she once stood, and those spaces will no longer carry her energy. Hers and hers pair, hers era begone. Type Amen to get blessing 641. Someone you haven't heard from in months will message you within the next week. They'll say they had a strange dream about you. What they won't realize is that heaven is using their dream as confirmation for you. The dream will include details they couldn't possibly know unless it was divinely inspired. Pay attention to it. It's not just a coincidence. It's your next confirmation. You'll know healing is happening when your laughter returns naturally, not forced, not out of distraction, but from your spirit finally being at ease again. Type Amen to get blessing 710 the next time you walk into your own kitchen, your home, or your room. Feel it. Take a moment to breathe. Its space has been reclaimed by peace. Even your pets will behave differently now. Animals sense spiritual shifts quicker than humans. Watch how they respond to the calm. This entire journey wasn't to destroy you. It was to awaken you. It was never punishment. It was protection revealing itself in the hardest form. Type Amen to get blessing 502. Archangel Michael says you will never be in the dark again about those closest to you. Your discernment has increased. Your spirit has been sharpened. You've passed the test. This is your spiritual graduation. Heaven is placing a crown on your growth, and blessings that were waiting will now start flowing freely. When you open your phone in the morning and scroll through the names, pause. There will be a message from someone surprising. That message is a divine appointment. Type Amen to get blessing 874. You'll begin to receive opportunities that were previously blocked. Your finances will shift. New hands will reach out to bless you. Some familiar, some completely unknown. Let it happen. You not feel guilt for receiving. You earned this peace through fire, and you came out unburned. She once said your kindness was your weakness. She was wrong. Your kindness was your weapon, and it's what defeated the darkness she carried. Type Amen to get blessing 308. Now prepare your space. Clean your mirrors. Light your candle. Set your intentions. You are in a new chapter, you are in a protected zone, and nothing from her past energy can step foot in this future. If someone brings up her name, simply say, "The chapter is closed," and keep walking. You owe no explanations. No tears, and no reliving of pain. Type Amen to get blessing 789. Your ancestors are proud of you. They watched silently as this unfolded. They prayed over your strength in moments you nearly broke. They saw your soul shaking, but never shattering. And now they are rejoicing as the truth clears your skies. A major blessing is hidden in this story. Watch closely in the next 13 days. An unexpected reward will arrive. It may look small at first, but inside it is the favor you've been waiting on for years. Type Amen to get blessing 201. Let this moment be your spiritual signature. The day you stopped tolerating hidden evil. The day you aligned with justice, even in silence. You will receive divine favor through a person you don't expect. They may not speak God's name, but God will use them to pour into your life, and the child. One day they'll write a book, or sit a psalm, or tell their story in their own powerful voice. And when they do, they'll speak your name as part of their light. Type Amen to get blessing 456. You didn't need a stage to be heroic. You didn't need a crowd to clap. You just needed to stay awake when it was easier to stay blind. And you did. You stayed awake. And for that, heaven has written your name in bold across this story. It ends here. No more secrets. No more pretending. Just truth, healing, and a future that is finally yours. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The spiritual court has closed its file on her for now. And what remains is the earth system delivering the final blow. No appeal from her lips can undo what heaven has already judged. She lost her favor, her covering, and her position the moment she raised her hand against the innocent. Everything she touched with false intentions will now decay. Projects she began will suddenly collapse. Plans she made in secret will reverse and leave her trapped in her own web. She won't be able to explain why everything in her life is crumbling. But you will know. You'll walk silently, peacefully, with the full awareness that heaven moved on your behalf. Type Amen to get blessing 434. A new guardian will be assigned to the child's heart. Your healing won't be immediate. But it will be guided step by step, and your soul has now been appointed as a shield for others. That doesn't mean you must carry the burden. It means your energy will bring comfort just by being present. You are now a symbol of safety to those who are silently suffering. Archangel Michael says, your presence will now disturb the hidden agendas of anyone who comes near with unclean motives. Darkness will not be able to sit comfortably in your atmosphere again. Type Amen to get blessing 785. You have received a silent promotion in the realm of spirit. You may not feel different, but watch how people look at you now. Watch how strangers treat you with sudden respect. It's not about ego. It's about energy. You survived spiritual war, and now you wear invisible armor. The woman who was arrested may try to make contact again, through someone else, through manipulation, or through pity. Stay guarded. Every open door is an invitation, and hers must remain sealed shut. Type Amen to get blessing 578. Let her cry in her corner. Let her face the echo of her own choices. That is not cruelty. It is consequence. You have new assignments waiting. Places to go. People to meet. Doors that will open now that she's no longer blocking the energy. Someone in your circle will ask you, "How did you know?" And you will simply say, "I didn't ignore the signs." That's what made all the difference. Type Amen to get blessing 620. She once said you were overreacting. She once laughed when you expressed concern. But now, every moment you questioned her suddenly makes sense. Your intuition was your protection, and now your confidence in your gift is about to be restored in full force. You may be called upon by authorities, spiritually or otherwise, to assist further. Don't be afraid. They're not after you. They are after truth, and you carry it like a light. Type Amen to get blessing 890. The people she once fooled are now seeing through her. One by one. Their loyalty is breaking. It's not because of gossip. It's because the energy has shifted. No one can look at her the same anymore. She was once respected. Now she will be remembered as the one who broke trust. But your name is being healed. Where there was once confusion about you, there will now be honor. Where people once believed lies, they will now speak blessings over your name. Type Amen to get blessing 210. Your next days will feel lighter, like fresh air after a long storm. Your body may even feel less tense. It's not just emotion. It's the release of spiritual pressure. An angel stood between you and deeper destruction. You may never see that angel, but their protection was constant. And now you will walk under a new shield of divine peace. Let this be your closing prayer each night. I thank you for showing me what was hidden. And I thank you more for removing it. Say that, and let your soul sleep peacefully. Type Amen to get blessing 507. The mirror that once reflected worry will now reflect strength. Look at yourself again. You are not who you were a few weeks ago. You have become unshakable. Your feet will no longer step into wrong homes. Your ears will no longer entertain false words. Your time will no longer be drained by deceit. From this day forward, heaven will alert you ahead of every trap. The next person who tries to enter your life with darkness will be stopped at the door by your upgraded spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 300. You are now walking with eyes open, with wisdom gain, with spirit fully awake. The child you prayed for is safe. The justice you wanted is done. The woman who deceived you is done writing her chapter in your story. All that's left is peace, healing, a return to the laughter that once lived in your home. Type Amen to get blessing 999. If tears fall, let them. They are not sadness anymore, they are release. Let your heart be still tonight. You are no longer waiting for justice, it has already arrived. And when you wake tomorrow, say aloud, the truth has set me free. Because it has, completely, to ever. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The silence in your space now is sacred. It is not emptiness. It is clarity. That silence is the absence of chaos, deceit, manipulation, and the emotional storm that used to swirl whenever she entered the room. You don't need to go looking for more answers. What you've been given is already enough. The rest will reveal itself in divine timing without your effort, because heaven has taken full control. She no longer has spiritual permission to influence your life, your thoughts, or your decisions. Her power was revoked the moment the truth was unveiled. The cords have been severed, and what once held you back has now released you completely. Type Amen to get blessing 665. Do not let guilt visit your doorstep. You did not cause her downfall. You witnessed the consequence of her own actions. The weight you carried for others was never meant to be yours. If she tries to place blame on the child, don't believe it. That lie will come quickly as her final defense. But you will see the desperation in her eyes, and you will know she is only trying to escape the truth she can no longer bury. You are stepping into a phase of restoration, emotional healing, mental calmness, physical ease. These are your divine gifts for enduring the spiritual war. Type Amen to get blessing 911. People who once questioned your intuition will return to you with new respect. They will say you were right, even if their words are few. Your energy will carry the truth their mouths don't know how to speak. The ones who chose to support her blindly will feel the sting of shame. But it is not your job to correct them. Let their own spirit teach them. Focus only on your next chapter. Your name is being rewritten in the book of blessings. Not because you were perfect, but because you remained open to truth, even when it hurt. Type Amen to get blessing 514. Your strength was not loud, but it was noticed. Your loyalty to the innocent did not go unseen. You may not have screamed or shouted, but your silence was thunder to the heavens. This child will grow to remember your energy. Even if they don't remember every word, they'll never forget the safety your presence provided. That's what legacy is, being a place of calm in the middle of someone's chaos. Archangel Michael says, "The woman who hurt the child will never again taste peace. Every smile she wore was counterfeit. Your tears now are real, but they come too late." Type Amen to get blessing 729. A new blessing will appear on your doorstep. It might not be wrapped in ribbons, but it will arrive. It may come in the form of an opportunity, a healing word, or a completely unexpected gesture. You'll know it came from heaven because it will restore a part of you that's been tired. You'll feel the tension melt, and your breath will deepen. You'll understand then. This is the reward. Tonight, let go of every conversation where you defended her. Let go of the moments you questioned yourself for sensing something dark. You were never wrong. Type Amen to get blessing 444. You look back on this week and realize it was the one that changed everything. Not just in the physical, but in the unseen realms. Doors were closed. Chains were cut. Curses were broken. That house she lived in will now echo with silence, but not your silence, hers. The spiritual noise she once carried has been removed from your story. Sleep in peace tonight. Wake up without bread. You are not the same person who felt confusion and heaviness just days ago. You are standing in divine light now. Type Amen to get blessing 830. Let her new path be handled by divine justice. You are not her judge. You are not her jury. You are the soul that saw the truth and did not close your eyes. She will try to paint herself as the victim. She will search for someone to believe her. But what she doesn't understand is truth has already spoken, and no lie can silence it now. Your spiritual position has changed. You are no longer walking at the edge of warning. You are walking in the middle of victory. Feel it in your spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 312 soon. Someone will ask you to speak publicly, maybe not about this, but about strength, about awareness, about rising after betrayal. You'll be surprised at how ready your voice is. Your strength came from pain, but now it will be used to light a fire in others. You were refined in a quiet fire, and now you are pure gold in the hands of God. Let the old chapter stay closed. Do not flip back pages. Do not worry what's already unjudged. You are no longer in the courtroom. You are in the temple of healing. Type Amen to get blessing 777. She may write a letter from prison or a confined space. If it reaches you, do not read it with your old heart. Read it as a healed soul, fully aware that her words are shadows trying to find shape. Forgiveness does not mean access. You can release her without re-inviting her. Set your boundaries and keep them blessed. There's a season coming where you'll feel unshakably protected. Watch how every weapon formed against you now fails without effort. You won't even have to lift your hand. Your presence will be enough. Type Amen to get blessing 648. Your home has been anointed again. Walk through your space and speak life, every corner, every room, every hallway, blessed. You are cleansing what was once spiritually polluted. Your future now opens without fear. Your days will not carry anxiety. Your nights will no longer tremble. She may be gone from your life, but the lesson will remain a holy reminder that love must not be blind. Trust must be tested, and peace is worth protecting at all costs. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Your name, which you once tried to sting with lies, is now being honored in unseen dimensions. Your spirit is being saluted by angels. Your energy has been restored. You may cry again, but those tears won't come from sorrow, they'll come from relief, from the release of pain you didn't even realize you were still carrying. And as they fall, the heavens will write your story not as one of survival, but of transformation. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The next time you walk past a mirror, stop for a second. Look at your reflection, not to check your face, but to recognize your strength. That reflection holds the image of someone who stood in truth when it would have been easier to look away. The woman who pretended to love, while secretly harming, will never again hold power in your life. Her year of influence has ended. What she did in shadows is now a public record in heaven and on earth. From this point on, your name is sealed in light. Your aura has shifted. What once attracted manipulative people will now repel them before they even reach your space. Type Amen to get blessing 819. There will be nights where you think about what she did and still feel disbelief. That's normal. But those thoughts come, but don't let them take root. You are no longer bound to her actions. You were divinely prepared for this storm long before it arrived. That's why you survived it. That's why you're still standing while others are left stunned. She will try to justify her acts using pain from her past. But pain is not permission. Her decisions were deliberate, and now her consequences are divine. Type Amen to get blessing 278. There's an elder in your family or spiritual lineage who prayed for this moment. Maybe they're not on earth anymore, or maybe they're still near, but their prayers were part of the protection that just saved you. The light that surrounds you now isn't ordinary. It is earned through revelation. It is protection born from pain, and it shines brighter than anything she could have faked. Your relationships moving forward will be based on truth, not illusion. You will attract only what honors you. Anything else will fall away like dust. Type Amen to get blessing 432. You don't need to prove her guilt. The evidence speaks for itself. Let the court handle the rest. Let God handle her spirit. You are not bound to the drama that is about to unfold around her name. You are free to rise above it. The higher you go, the smaller her shadow becomes. Even now, someone is preparing a message of apology to you. They believe her once, but now that the truth is out, they are ashamed and humbled. Type Amen to get blessing 553. You don't need their apology, but when it comes, receive it with grace. Let it be the final nail in the coffin of this betrayal. There is a contract with your name on it, a blessing disguised as a paper document. It may look like work or business, but spiritually, it's confirmation of your new favor. You'll notice something strange. The skies over your home will feel brighter. Even when it rains, the heaviness that once hovered will be gone. Type Amen to get blessing 670. Archangel Michael says you've passed through fire and were not consumed. Now, every step you take will echo with the sound of peace. You are a living miracle in motion. The child who was hurt will slowly begin to smile again. You may witness their healing or hear about it later. Either way, know that you were part of their survival story. That woman's name may still be spoken for a while, but eventually it will fade into silence. The only names that matter now are the ones who chose the path of truth. Type Amen to get blessing 497. There's someone new who's going to enter your life soon. They carry warmth, understanding, and no hidden agenda. Their energy will feel safe, familiar, even if you've never met before. Do not resist the new because of fear from the past. This person is part of your healing. You don't have to explain everything. They will sense it. Let them in solely. Let them prove themselves through consistency. You are not desperate. You are divine. Type Amen to get blessing 789. Your emotions may still rise unexpectedly. That's healing, not weakness. Let the waves pass without judgment. Each wave is washing away what once drowned you. You'll walk into a room soon and feel the shift. That's because the room is sensing your energy before you even speak. You have become magnetic to peace and allergic to chaos. Where once you tolerated false love, you will now demand truth. And that demand will not scare people away. It will attract the ones sent to love you right. Type Amen to get blessing 388. You wanted you to break under the pressure. You wanted your heart to harden, but you remain soft, kind, and strong. A combination only angels carry. That's why heaven moves so fast for you, not just to protect you, but to preserve your light. Someone else was almost pulled into her cycle, but your awareness saved them. Your silence shook a system of deceit. Type Amen to get blessing 911. Your testimony will inspire others to speak up. Not with loud words, but with the quiet confidence that truth always wins. You will be their silent strength. The house you lived in will be sold, restructured, or abandoned. It will never carry the same spirit again, a new energy will fill it, and peace will reign where pain once lived. When you walk through your neighbor and walk with your head high, the story they whispered about you has changed. Your name is no longer in the mouth of gossip, but on the lips of angels. Type Amen to get blessing 301. Don't be surprised if people start treating you differently, more respectful, more cautious. Your energy has shifted. Your presence now commands reverence. The woman's name will disappear from the places she used to control. She will not rise again from this, not in your world. Not in your story. You are moving forward without looking back, and in this next chapter, only light is allowed. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The final traces of her energy will soon vanish from your life like smoke through an open window, the echoes of her lies, the scent of her presence, the energy of her manipulation. It's all fading into silence. What she once held over you is now completely broken, like shattered glass that cannot be pieced back together. You may hear people talk about how sudden this all feels. But you know the truth, it went sudden. It was building slowly, quietly, until the weight of her darkness collapsed under its own deception. Your peace is not borrowed anymore. It is earned. And because you face the truth without fear, the blessings about to flow to you will come without resistance. Type Amen to get blessing 774. Every person who once doubted your instincts will start looking at you with new eyes. Even those who walked away when you needed them most will feel the sting of their silence, but don't carry bitterness. Carry awareness. Let them return humbled, not punished. Let them feel what you always offered, truth, loyalty, and purity of heart. But this time, they must come correct or not come at all. Archangel Michael says she cannot spiritually follow you anymore. Even in her dreams she will be blocked from reaching you. What she tried to access in your spirit is now locked behind gates she cannot pass. Type Amen to get blessing 551. There is a reward coming that you didn't ask for. Something she tried to block for you has been released. This could be money, a career opening, an approval, or even a connection meant to bless your destiny. She once laughed at the idea of your elevation. But now she will watch it unfold from the sidelines, unable to stop it. It's divine justice in full display. Every time she tried to plant seeds of doubt in others' minds about you, heaven took record. And now each of those seeds has turned against her. Type Amen to get blessing 617. The child she harmed will be guided to a place of safety where their healing can begin fully. You don't need to worry about who will care for them now. They are surrounded by divine appointments, souls who have been called to help them bloom again. You may receive a vision or a dream that gives you further peace. Don't ignore it. It's a sign that your soul is in alignment with the divine timeline. There's a reason you feel so much lighter now. That's because your spiritual burden was lifted the moment she lost access to your life. Type Amen to get blessing 402. She used words as weapons. She twisted conversations. She made you doubt your own memory, but now her voice has no more power. You have regained your clarity. You have regained your rhythm. And nothing will be able to disturb that again without your permission. A letter will come. Either digital or physical. When you read it, you will smile. Not because it's dramatic, but because it's confirmation that the chapter has truly closed. Type Amen to get blessing 518. Some people will never understand what you survived. And that's okay. You don't need to be understood. You just need to be free. And now you finally are. Soon you will meet someone who reflects your new energy. They'll have walked through their own fire. And together, your peace will multiply, not compete. Your energy has become refined through exposure to the darkest truth, but now, only light can attach to you. The darkness will try, but it will not succeed. Type Amen to get blessing 364. When you enter new rooms, they will feel different. The walls will no longer echo the voices of the past. They will instead welcome your presence like light breaking through heavy clouds. You will feel stronger in your body. Your posture will rise. Your hands will feel more steady. That is what spiritual healing looks like in the physical. Archangel Michael says, you are finally aligned with your highest protection. This doesn't mean you will never face challenges again. It means you will never face them without power again. Type Amen to get blessing 446. A conversation is coming. It may feel casual, but it will lead to something profound. Be present. Be open. That moment is a seed for your next season. She underestimated your spiritual radar. She thought your silence was weakness, but now the world sees it was wisdom. Let this be your promise to yourself. I will never again ignore what my spirit knows to be true. That vow will protect your future. Type Amen to get blessing 606. Every door she tried to shut behind your back is now being kicked open by angels. Every opportunity she delayed is now catching up to you. Doubled. Her curses have become your confirmations. Her lies have become your light. Redownful is not your joy, but it is your justice. She will try to say this was unfair, but there is nothing unfair about truth. Truth is the fairest sword heaven ever forged. Type Amen to get blessing 723. There may come a moment where you think about forgiving her. That's okay. Just remember, forgiveness is release, not reunion. You owe her nothing, not your voice, not your time, not your sympathy. He cashed in all that long ago. Now you owe only yourself, peace, love, and freedom. Tonight, when you close your eyes, feel the warmth around you. That's heaven wrapping you in quiet victory. That's peace saying you made it. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Let the past fall behind you like an old coat you'll never wear again. The new you no longer fits into the shell you were forced to live in while she lied, manipulated, and harmed behind smiles. Your spirit is glowing now, brighter than it ever has. And no darkness dares approach you anymore without trembling. The story is over. The chapter is closed. And your name is now written in golden ink across the skies of divine justice. Type Amen to get blessing 999.